it's the same approach every single week, and I know it was a very disappointing loss. I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna come back out. We have the whole team has a 24-hour rule. We have 24 hours to be pissed about it, to be petty about it, and we can cuss and do whatever we want. But after those 24 hours, after Sunday meetings, it's gone. There's nothing we can do to change what happened at Colorado State, or we can't change the calls or whatever coach should have done on 4th and 1 and what we did or what we didn't do. There's nothing to do about it now. All we need to focus on is North Texas. We can't, of course, we need to learn from the mistakes we made, but we need to move forward.
You've had, I think, about 3 left guards playing your old spot next to you. How's it been, sort of the shuffling around?
I think Caps has played O-line for 5-6 weeks now. He's done a tremendous job. I feel like he's picking up some stuff much quicker than I ever did when I moved over to offensive line. It took me 8 months before I started my first game, and so he's doing a phenomenal job. Ty Clary's in there too. They're kind of splitting reps right now. That's what they did with Colorado State. And every time they're in, I think nothing dropped. They both played with a good intensity. They're ready to go out there and they knew what they were doing. We moved Shane in. He was a little banged up last week, but he's good to go now, and he's moving back into center. He's been all over the board. He has a very versatile body. He's 6'5", 300 to 310. He's a versatile dude. He's quick, he's fast, and he's still explosive. So we needed him back up right there because we're switching the left guard spot with Ty and Caps right now.
What's playing?
Sorry, so has he worked at center before?
He worked at center in the spring and early camp. Then we moved him out to left tackle with Colton being hurt. And now since he's back and we're kind of balancing things out, we moved him back inside. And I think first practice back, full go, and I think he had a phenomenal practice. He was low off the ball. He knew where he was going. Snap was good, and he did a really good job.
You think a lot of that has to do with Noah starting to emerge there as a reliable guy?
We can't just put 3 guys at left tackle and then have one center going. We need more centers to make sure knock on wood, but if I go down, or if I go down, or Ty goes down, or anyone goes down, we need to have at least 3 to 4 guys that can snap the ball and get us through a game. And I think Shane has jumped right in and done a tremendous job.
How's center been going for you? That's a new spot.
Not as well as expected or as I want to do. I know I can play at a higher level. There's, of course, things. I'm learning every game, and I'm just trying to improve.
I just think the line's doing as a whole with all the stuff you guys had to deal with, really going back to July when you lost Colton.
That's injuries. It's the game of football. Don't really know what else. If someone gets hurt, someone else needs to step up, and that's what we've been going. That's how it's been the past couple of years on the offensive line. That's how football works. It's a 100% injury rate. Everyone will stop playing football at some point, and it might happen tomorrow. Hopefully not, or it might happen in 20 years. No one knows.
Curious on your thoughts on Johnny Gibson.
Say it again?
On Johnny Gibson playing to your right. How has he progressed, I guess, just throughout his career? And he looks like he's got a spot at right.
Nothing but good things for Johnny. He had a extremely, extremely good game last Saturday. He played really, really physical and with a lot of tenacity. You saw him, I think he had 6 or 7 knockdowns, and it was just he tossed people around. I think he's improved a lot from week 1 to week 2. And I think he's only going to get better. He's a tremendous guard. He's extremely versatile. He can play all positions on the offensive line, which makes him extremely valuable.
What Gatlin did in his first start and to play all the snaps he played.
He did extremely well, I think. I think he came out with his hair on fire, and he was ready to go, and he performed all throughout the game. Of course, he's making mistakes, and he's facing some good defensive players, but I think he came out on top. He did a tremendous job for being first start and on the road in a hostile environment.
How much did Colton get to go today, and what's it like seeing him kind of work his way back into possibly being able to play this week or next?
He ran, he did Indy, and he ran with the 2s. He went full go today.
So getting him back in the mix, how much is that going to help you guys?
Well, it's just depth, and a player like Colton, an experienced veteran who knows what he's doing, who knows what he's supposed to be at all times. It's extremely comforting, I guess you could say, to know that he's coming back on the left side.
Look at North Texas. They're not a big-name team per se like Texas or Texas A&M, but they look pretty good. They blew out SMU. They blew out Incarnate Word, whoever the head is. It was just What are you expecting from them? Because they seem like they're not a big name team, but they look like a really good team.
Well, they bring a lot of pressure, and they make sure that you take assigned football and know where you're supposed to go, because they're going to mix the looks up on you. They're going to switch the backs around. They're going to blitz from the boundary, blitz into the field. They're going to stunt on the D-line. They're going to do a lot of things to make you think they're doing something that they're not, that your D-line's disappearing. It's supposed to go up, but someone else is filling their gap. There's a bunch of different things that they're going to do to try to confuse us, and that's basically what we've been doing all day. I firmly believe if we can play up with them and base looks, I think we can play up with them. But whenever they start moving around, they do a tremendous job at that. They disguise it extremely well, and they have very many looks, and they manage to execute them all at a high rate. It's not, you don't see many busts. Of course, all defenses has busts where they miss a guy, only stunts into the opposite gap instead of long sticking or whatever. But they do a really good job at being where they're supposed to be.
You expect them to be real fired up. They're coming up here to play an SEC team, and they're only a 7-point underdog. I mean, you expect them to kind of come up here and play with their hair on fire?
I expect everyone to come in and play with their hair on fire. I expect every time you play a game, if you don't play with your hair on fire, then why are you playing?
What's the difference in snapping to those two quarterbacks? Do you see anything when you're blocking for them or calling anything out?
I think they're both doing a good job up there, being a signal caller and making sure we're going where we're supposed to be. I don't think there's that big of a drop or increase with any one of them.
You get to face a former teammate, and you don't get to do that a lot of times. Cole Hedlund is going to come in here and kick after leaving last year. Just thoughts on seeing him come back and having the success he's having right now.
I wish him all the best, Of course, he's playing against us now, so I hope he missed some kicks, but it is what it is, I'm happy for him that he's doing well. I'm never wishing him bad upon any of my previous teammates or wherever they are now. I hope he's coming in and giving us the best he got.
Ty got hit pretty good a couple of times, and there was a big sack when Cole was in the game. I guess just how personally do you guys take it to keep a clean pocket for your
No hits, no pressures, no nothing. That's the goal of every week. They're always going to bring something, and those defensive players are going to earn their scholarship too. So if we give it up, so what? We got to move on. We got to play the next play. There's no reason to dwell on it and sit there and be mad. There's nothing you can do about it now. So move on and then coach it on film.